Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Exciting to see so many of you here. My message is finally getting out there. I'm glad to see. Welcome to all of you who've tuned in live from around the country today. Another bitterly cold day in Johannesburg. But the sun is shining, so that does make us happy, and I'm hoping that over the next 45 minutes or so, I can make your hearts a little bit warmer about what we're doing here at DuePoint. That's where you're at this afternoon. You're at DuePoint. You might not have heard of us before, but you'll understand why by the end of this presentation. But more importantly, know that DuePoint is a division of another company. We're a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia Insurance Company Limited has been around for 66 years. It is nearly 7 decades old, first founded in 1952. It is listed on the JSE. You can find us under Conduit Capital there, and we are licensed with the FSCA, both as a life, short-term and medical insurer. So we are a well-established financial services provider in the South African economy, and we have been around a long time. So you are not sitting in a room of a new startup here today, and you're also not sitting in the room of a company that comes in from overseas somewhere, which seems to be the case most of the time these days. We're constantly hearing about these things that kind of blow in from offshore, take our money, and then leave, don't we? Nod your heads, you know you've been there before and you've lost some money there before, have you not? Yes. They generally start with the letter L or F, or I'm not allowed to mention their names, but you know where they are and you know where you've spent your money. Here at DuePoint, you're dealing with a homegrown South African company. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number over there. And we're a company made up of real people, not Facebook people, not internet people, real people. You can find us all here Monday through Saturday every week of the year. You can pick up a phone and actually reach a client service team. You can write us an email and it will be responded to. This is a real company, and I want you to have that sense of confidence today. Too often we are hearing stories these days of companies that don't even really have real people in them. They're just based on the internet and take your money and run away. Folks, I'm Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here, and I'm going to spend the next few minutes with you talking to you about what we actually do at DuePoint. We have two objectives here. Our primary objective, the reason for our existence, is that we are here to create a tool to put in the hands of South Africans that they can use to create wealth. We don't create money here. Money is what you create on these funny internet-based thingies I've been talking about. Here, we create wealth. Wealth is not money that's there when you do a transaction. When you make a sale, you make 400 Rand and you never see it again. Here we create wealth, which is money that is here every month on a recurring, steadfast basis. That's proper wealth. That's wealth that you can plan with, you can budget with, and you can forecast on. That's what we do here. We're doing this in order to put people back in control. Right now, you are out of control, as are all South Africans. We have no control over our income. Somebody else tells us what our increases are going to be, bonuses, promotions, and even retrenchment. We don't get a vote on any of that stuff. As a result, we earn less than we need to survive. Why? Because we also don't have control over our economy. These days, prices are going up astronomically. I don't know if you heard yesterday they announced the economic results of South Africa. So far, South Africa's economy is 2% smaller than it was last year. Last year, it shrank by, it was around about 0.5% to 1%, and the year before that, it shrank by 4%. So let's call it 5 to 6% shrinkage in the last 3 years. That means there's less companies open, less jobs available, and less people earning money. But you know what? What's happening quite ironically in the opposite direction? Everything is getting more expensive. So we've got less people employed, less businesses making profits, and yet we're spending more and more money every day on just surviving in our country. Go into the shops, you know, look at the price of food, look at the price of clothing, petrol gone up by 130 cents, I think, in the last 2 months. Out of control. And of course, we've had a VAT increase this year. So everything is completely out of our control, and we want to put you back in control. When you're back in control, you can unplug yourself from the system of survival that you've got right now. At the moment, you know that you are spending all your time, energy, and finances on paying back debts that you have got yourself locked into. Those debts become generational debts. If you're unable to pay them off by the end of your life, your children will carry on paying them off as well. Where you're in control of your income with our tool, you can start eradicating these kind of things in your life. Our second objective here at DuePoint is we want to open the window to the financial services space again in South Africa. It is arguably the most regulated space in South Africa, and it means that 99% of South Africans cannot be involved in it. We believe that as part of our system here, we've opened the window to allow the average South African back in to the financial services space. With those two objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer. A wealth engineer has got one task. It's not selling. We're not selling stuff here. It's not advising. It's not advertising. It's the simple task of connecting individuals to us. By connecting people to us, you allow us greater market penetration, and when we have greater market penetration, we are able to create greater revenue. Greater revenue is where we're put in a position to start creating that wealth for you, and we create it on that extra recurring income basis. Two things. Firstly, you're never going to quit your job to become a wealth engineer at DuePoint. This tool you add to your life. Whatever you're earning right now, that'll keep coming in, but halfway through the month, every month, we will add to it with this wealth that you will create. Secondly, folks, we do not sell goodies here. We don't sell products of any kind. Face creams, pots, pans, medical, vitamin tablets, whatever, cleaning agents. We don't sell anything here at DuePoint. We use financial services and lifestyle products, which are based on automatic debit order systems, which means that every month those debit orders run, every month you get your income in. This is completely different to when you have to sell something. When you have to sell something, you earn in the transaction, and you have to chase that person down again the next month and beg them to buy again. And maybe they go, no, but actually the product wasn't as good as the one I can buy at Checkers. I don't want to buy yours anymore. Maybe they go, I don't have money this month, so I can't buy it. Whatever it might be, maybe they go, I still have the product you gave me last month. I don't want to buy it again. Here at DuePoint, that's not the case. Because they're financial services, you pay for them every month, and it's via an automatic debit order system, so you could be lying in hospital, and those debit orders will raise, and your income will come through. You can forecast on it, you can budget on it, and you can rely on it. In addition, we wrap it in a system that allows you to leverage others. The number one excuse for not becoming a DuePoint wealth engineer is, I don't have time. Folks, nobody has time. Nobody. Anybody who's employed right now knows you have no time. That is why we have created a system that allows you to leverage others. By leveraging others, you buy your time back again through our system, and you're able to create wealth even when you are sleeping through our system. This is not employment, ladies and gentlemen. Employment does not give you control back again. No, this is a tool that we put in your hands, and we allow you to use it completely independently of us. You can use it or not use it. You can use 15 minutes a day. You can do 15 hours a day with this tool. It is completely up to you. It also comes to you at no cost at all. To be a wealth engineer does not cost you anything. There's no startup cost, no starter kit, no starter manuals, no application form fees that you have to buy from us here at DuePoint. In addition, there's no monthly fee, admin fee, sales fee. All of these things I've seen lately. There's no fee. You also don't have to buy yourself a status before you can start earning. I've seen that recently too. Absolutely blows me away. You know, if you just pay 11,000 Rand, then you can start earning. No, that's not how it works here at DuePoint at all. Folks, by simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer. You see, we don't want to create a system that's going to make you poorer. We want to make a system that is going to create wealth for you. And so we can't take money from you to do that. So no cost today is not a financial risk decision. It is a time risk decision, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. You also don't need any specific educational qualification. Why? Because you're not selling. Absolutely no sales. Now, people nod their head. They like that in the beginning, and then later on they're like, no, but Brendan, what do I sell? What's my angle here? What's the angle for me here? Even my guys that have been with me for some time, we've got wealth engineers that have been here for years, come to me, Brendan, and say, no, man, you know, I still have to sell the product. No, there is no selling at DuePoint. At DuePoint, you are free from that. You're not advisors, you're not intermediaries, you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not marketers of ours. You are left simply with that one task of connecting to people to us, and therefore everybody in South Africa can be a wealth engineer, and everybody can start building proper wealth through a proper asset. You see, these teams that you create here at DuePoint, they create recurring income. Recurring income means you can now price the value of the team that you've made with us, and you can sell them. You can actually sell your team. It's your asset. But more importantly, one day when you pass away, this asset, this income that you have created during your lifetime, will pass on to the next generation, to your children, and they will continue to earn off of the income you created during your lifetime. They can do it again to your grandchildren later as well. This is an asset that you are creating. It does not die with you. But your debt, you know, also doesn't die with you. So if you're left with debt, your children get it. But here, if we can build an asset, we can leave assets behind to our children. Here at DuePoint, we believe we have created generational legacy with what we are trying to do. Folks, that one task of yours is being designed in a way that is completely convenient for you. We've got rid of all the things that people are embarrassed or worried about. First of all, no selling and no products. Wham presto, they're out the door. You don't have to ever worry about that again. Second of all, no presenting. Here at DuePoint, only Rob and I do presentations. You never have to do a presentation for DuePoint. Through our technology, we're in your pocket 24 hours a day. At any point in time, you can click a button, and we're there ready to do the presentation for you. So we've removed those things that concern people about any form of direct selling. And we've left you with that one task of connecting people to us. How do you do it? Well, there's 4 ways to do it. Firstly, you can go to our information counter afterwards and pick up one of our USB sticks. It's 170 Rand. It's perfect for people who struggle with data. Pick up that USB stick, plug it into a TV or a computer, and you've got Rob and I doing the presentation for you anytime you want at your fingertips with that one fixed cost of 170 Rand. The second way of connecting individuals to us is by bringing them here. If you can bring them to our studio every single day of the week, Monday through Saturday, night times, lunch times, mornings, we're presenting out of here. Look at our schedule, pick a time that's convenient for you, bring your people here, we'll do the presentation for you. Third way of connecting people to us, probably your most important way of connecting people to us, is through our YouTube channel. You go to YouTube, you search DuePoint, you'll find every single presentation we've ever done there. Now folks, I fight people over this. People don't want to go to DuePoint because they're scared of the data usage. Unfortunately, this is an online business. You are going to have to re-budget yourself. A little bit less alcohol every month, a little bit less fast food every month, a little less entertainment every month, and you'll have 500 or 600 Rand that you can spend on buying data. That's all it's going to cost you, 500 or 600 Rand, and you can be hooked into us via our YouTube channel every day of the week, every day of the month, every month of the year. YouTube is critical. Every one of our presentations are there, and by being on YouTube, it means that DuePoint is a nationwide business. Anytime, anywhere in the country, you click play, and we are there on your phone, on your tablet, on your TV, on your computer, presenting the DuePoint opportunity to whoever you want to connect to us. The fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations is broadcast live across the country, every single day of the week, which means that if you can't come out here, if you're in a different province or if you're stuck at work, it doesn't matter. You simply click a button on your computer, gather your friends around you and acquaintances around you, and you are live in the room with us every day of the week. Folks, this is a fully online business. You never ever have to return to this office after today. And if people say to you, no, I'm only going to believe it if I can see the bricks and the mortar, well folks, look through the camera lens. This is a real screen. Do you see it actually flexes? This is a real wall. Listen to it. Yeah, there's a real wall. Okay, we are quite real. Do not be silly enough to say that in the 21st century you need to see bricks and mortar. Here you can find everything you need to know about DuePoint and Constantia online. Licensing, listing, location. You can Google Street Maps us and come past the front gate using Google Street View. You can do everything. You do not need to come to this office. This is a fully nationwide business. And by doing one of those 4 forms of connection, the people you connect to, some of them are going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here and are going to become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you and your channel is born. These folks will go out and do the same thing. They will connect people to us. Some will catch the vision of what we're doing here and we'll allocate them to you again, and your channel will grow over time with this process duplicating itself across the country. We then come along as DuePoint and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel. That's the task we do, not you. And once we've done that, your income is born. Now, folks, what's important to note is this is not a pyramid scheme, it's not a Ponzi scheme, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. We are a licensed and regulated insurance company. This is, unfortunately, a genuine income-earning opportunity, which means it comes at a cost, and that cost is time. Remember I said to you, don't pay money to get involved, but you are going to pay with time. This tool requires you to put time in. When you put time in, it creates wealth. For those that are willing to put time and energy and thought into the construction of their channels with us, you put us in the position to start the mechanism of wealth creation here at DuePoint. It starts with us facilitating the purchase of our products. Our first product is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month. And for that 324 Rand a month, you get 2 independent products. The first is your very own tax-free investment account. Any money you put in there is your money. There's no waiting period, and there's no penalties on it. You can draw it at any time. The second product, well, before I carry on, what we would do is we take 100 Rand of your 324 Rand every month, and we put it into your investment account. Not 300 Rand, 100 Rand. I've had people say, why is it not 300 Rand? It's not 300 Rand because of the mechanism of wealth creation here. We take the 224 Rand and we start creating wealth for you. The remaining 224 Rand purchases you 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. This means if you pass away from an accident, your beneficiaries are going to get the value of your investment. Now imagine your investment's only a few months old, so you've got 300 or 400 Rand in it, and 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. It is wealth creation that we do here at DuePoint. And then our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand, and for 249 Rand, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover, no matter what age you are. It can be any age, no matter what your pre-existing conditions are, no medical declarations or examinations, and without a waiting period. After your first payment, you have 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. You pass away from an accident, and you have set your beneficiaries up to pay off houses, pay off education, to set them up to survive without a breadwinner in their household. That's what we do for 249 Rand a month. Folks, none of our products cover death via illness or natural causes. Why? Because that contradicts our primary objective. If we're going to get you to create wealth here, and everybody you bring in this room, I have to risk rate. How old are you? What diseases do you have? What job do you do? Sorry, it's not 249 Rand, it's 2,500 Rand a month for you. Half the people you bring here you won't be able to put in your channel, and it means that your ability to create wealth will have been completely stymied. Here, no matter who you bring, no matter what their circumstances, for 249 Rand, they are in your channel creating wealth for you. Our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand, and for that you get access to all of our suppliers. Our suppliers have been negotiated by us for the best prices, discounts, services, account managers, packages, all sorts of things. We've negotiated with them that would be very difficult for you to get if you were an individual. I had a laugh the other day. Somebody said, none of DuePoint's products are actually DuePoint's products. No, folks, they're all ours, I can assure you. Yes, in our Wealth Points Suppliers product, we've got a whole lot of different suppliers that supply all sorts of goods and services that allow you to change your monthly expenditure, to make it more efficient, to allow you to create greater wealth for yourself. Don't worry, all of these products are very much our products. All right, now, that then puts us in the process of moving wealth. How do we normally get people to connect to us? In insurance and banking, what do? We advertise to you, don't we? We spent hundreds of millions getting you to connect to us with TV adverts, billboards, SMS campaigns, radio campaigns, all sorts of things to try and get you to connect. How do we pay for it? We put it into the price of your product. Every month you are paying for next month's advertising. If you pay banking fees, funeral cover charges, car insurance, anything you pay, you're paying for next month's advertising. Now here at DuePoint we do the same thing. The only difference is we do zero advertising, none at all. That's why you've never heard of us before. You see, we don't run any TV adverts or billboards or anything. We use you to connect people to us. We use you. You go out and connect. And as a result, all that income that we would have spent on SABC, Prime Media, DSTV, etc., is now made available for us to redirect to you and your channel in the creation of wealth. And we do that in 2 ways. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product payment in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment came through. So let's make it simpler. You go out, you chat to a few of your friends. Some of them become wealth engineers. They pay for their product. You are going to get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand every month, not once off, not when you sell the pot, every month, for every product payment made in your channel. This means that these individuals can take more than one product. If they take 2 products, you get 110 Rand every month. If they take 3 products, you get 165 Rand a month. You are in control of your income now here at DuePoint. These folk go out, they chat to a few more people. Some of them take their products. When they make their payments, you get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. In this particular example, you've been here 5 minutes. You have added a handful of people, and you have already created an income of just under 1,000 Rand a month. That's 12,000 Rand a year. You've added 1,000 extra Rand a month to your household income. Not once off, every single month. Some people say, Brendan, 55 Rand, what am I going to do with 55 Rand? When I sell this thing here, they give me 450 Rand. And I go, yes, they give it to you once. Just once. Now here, very quickly, that 55 Rand catches that 450 and passes it and keeps going and keeps going. Here we talk about wealth creation, not transactional cash. That's not what we need to, as South Africans, we need to lift our eyes, stop trying to gain the short-term tiny rewards that don't create sustainability in our economic position. And we need to start building a wealth for the future so that we are not poor each month, but that every month we are getting wealthier and wealthier. As you spend more time and energy building your channel now, you'll continue to earn, but on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. From the 8th point on, though, you have unlimited wealth potential. Every product payment from the 8th point onwards in your channel will earn you 4% of 27 Rand 50 where you qualify to earn. To find out how to qualify to earn, watch our 6-minute training video on it. 6 minutes, and you will understand how we have unlocked not only unlimited earning potential for you, but generational legacy. As you hand your channels over to your children one day, they will be able to grow it even further, and their grandchildren even further, and be able to earn on that entire channel, creating generational legacy wealth with us here at DuePoint. All right, so what does it translate to on the ground? How much can you actually earn? That's a difficult question for me to answer, because all of you are going to build at a different rate. Some not at all, some slowly, and some very fast. How I answer your question, therefore, is very difficult. So what we've done is we've taken 20 years of data, we've worked out some nice averages, put a whole lot of actuarial science into it, and come out with what we believe is a very reasonable growth rate formula for you. We call it the 3+2 growth rate formula. What it says is, in your first month with us, you don't have a lot of time, you're not very good at this, you know, all the excuses, I don't want to do this because I don't know good, I don't have the personality, I put all of that into the maths. I put it into the maths, and I said, can you add 3 people to your channel in an entire month? Our top guys will put 35 to 40 people in a month. I think last month we had someone who did 37 people in 1 month. I'm going to ask you just for 3. I think that person didn't watch the presentation. Maybe he thought I said 30. Just have to put 3 in, okay, in your first month. And then every month thereafter, plus 2. You've got to put 2 people in an entire month. You are responsible, you personally are responsible for 2 people, but every month, persistency, time, the price, time, every month you've got to put 2 in. 1 every 15 days, 24 people a year. If you can do that persistently over all 12 months of the year, including Christmas, New Year, and your birthday, if you can do that, then over time, we believe that you can reasonably expect to get to about 2,500 Rand a month after 6 months. You see, on Facebook, they're going to promise you millions after 90 days. There's no such thing. Here at DuePoint, we build sustainable lifetime income, and we're telling you, after 6 months of work with us, we think you should be on 30,000 Rand a year with us, 2,500 Rand a month. This is extra income. I want you right now, draw up the list in your head of all your expenditure. How many of the line items of expenditure can you cross off with 2,500 Rand a month? That's what you're going to start at. If you can do another 6 months with us, if you can get to a year, that's this time next year, June next year, you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month, that's 120,000 extra Rands a year that you've added to your household. It really doesn't matter who you are. An extra 10,000 Rand a month changes everything. How much debt could you settle with an extra 10 grand a month? How many of those line items of expenditure disappear because you've got an extra 10,000 Rand a month coming through. If you could do 2 years with us, that'll rise to 27 to 30,000 Rand a month, 360,000 Rand a year, more than most people will earn in their entire careers. Then, if you can do a 3rd year with us, it'll rise to about 45,000 Rand a month. If you can do 4 years with us, it rises to about 60,000 Rand a month. And if you can do half a decade with us, you can reasonably expect to achieve about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's your Facebook number there. 90 days you'll be on 100,000 Rand a month? No. 5 years. This is a 5+ year challenge that we put to people. This is a 5-year plus program, time frame for wealth engineers to create permanent wealth for themselves. 5 years down, you're on R1 million a year. R1 million a year. Can you put 5 years in? That's the big question. You see, people say to me, the problem with DuePoint is you earn too slowly. That's the one I get the most. And I go, no, the problem with DuePoint is you earn permanently. That's the problem with DuePoint. And people get all upset with me. No, I want to go and sell the pots and pans again. I don't like premium. I don't like premium. Let's sell pots and pans. Pots and pans do not make you wealthy forever. Accumulated premium wealth is what we do for you here. How long have you spent in your careers, guys? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? How come you haven't gone back to your bosses and gone, you know what the problem with this job is? We earn too slowly. But people will tell me all the time, the problem with DuePoint is you earn too slowly. No, folks, 5 years and you will have changed everything about your future. Everything. But you've got to be able to lift your head above the short term and start looking at the long term and saying, how do I want my life to finish? Not how do I want my life to survive right now. That's what we've got to be doing here. Does this work on the ground? Have we got wealth engineers doing it? For sure we do. For sure we do. And every month, we put a handful of them on the stage. 2 or 3 people that we put on the stage. Some people doing well, some people doing slowly, some people going fast. We show you them all. We're not afraid to show you people going slowly. We show you them all here. And we demonstrate to you how lives are being changed through our returns program. This month, we had Lynette Bardnos. She's with us today. And Frikkie here with us, all the way up from the Vaal. It's about a 10-hour drive these days, I think. You've got to go through passport control, fill up, change your spare wheel, all the way to get up here. Traffic was crazy this morning, I understand, on the highways. So it's a long way away. And generally, Lynette and Frikkie use our live broadcasts for connecting people to DuePoint. They don't have to come here. They build their business remotely. Build it remotely. And over a period of 2 years with us, they've built a channel that's worth 16,000 Rand a month. Okay, that's not quite on my maths. It's a little bit slower. But if you go and watch Lynette and Frikkie's story, you will see how they have persevered through the construction of the channel. It's not always easy. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's slow. Perseverance gets you there. Over the period of 2 years, they have, however, earned 100,000 Rand from DuePoint. 100,000 Rand over 2 years. Any of you want 50 grand extra a year? Huh? From scratch, from scratch, from scratch. An extra 100,000 Rand that's been earned during this 2-year period. Then we've got Siyabonga. Siyabonga's down in Newcastle, been with us for 15 months. Now has a channel worth about 10,000 Rand a month. 10,000 Rand a month. Built completely remotely. Do not ever let the excuse of, no, Brendan, I wish DuePoint had a head office in Durban and Cape Town. That's nonsense. With DuePoint, our technology gives you a head office everywhere you are. Everywhere you are. Siyabonga, 90,000 Rands worth of earnings in the last 15 months. We see these things online. They say, no, if you can do this, you can get a once-off bonus of 10 grand and 50 grand. And he's got 90 grand just starting. And he's going to carry on and carry on and carry on. But why? Because he's not got transactional cash. He's creating lifetime wealth with us here at DuePoint. Then we've got Patrick and Pumi. Patrick and Pumi have been around for 2 years as well, a little bit longer than 2 years with us now. They have been working extremely hard on their channel and have been shooting the lights out. They've been doing very, very well with us. So well that I can't show you how much they earn. It's a security risk. There's been 173 cash in transit heists this year. It'll be 174th if I tell you how much Patrick and Pumi earn. And it'll happen right outside the boom here. So what I did instead was I said, okay, if we took all the money that they've earned in the last 2 years and I chopped it up into equal pieces and pretended that they earned the equal piece every month since they started from the first month, which they didn't. In the first month, I think I got 600 Rand. A couple of months later, they might have been on 10 grand, okay? But if I pretended they got the same amount every single month since they started, then they have averaged 32,563 Rand a month. That's from scratch, starting from naught when their first month was 600 Rand. 32,500 is the average that they've earned over this time. Their channel has now got over 11,000 people in it. I asked you to put 2 people in a month. Do you remember that? 3 plus 2. 3 in your first month, 2 every month thereafter. They have personally put in over 240 now. That means that they've put in 10 people a month. You see, you don't have to put 2 in. You can put 10 in. You can put 37 in if you want. That's up to you. How much you earn with our tool is up to you. You can earn slowly and over time, or you can earn quickly and also over time. That is completely up to you. Off of the back of 240 people, they've built a channel over 11,000 people big. You will choose. Nothing at DuePoint will stop you from equaling or exceeding this level of success. Only you. Only you will stop you. And you'll come up with all the excuses. The products aren't good enough. Why is it not a 300 Rand investment instead of a 100 Rand investment? Like that changes anything. Like that changes anything. No, the Wealth Points Buyers Club is not DuePoint's product. No, I don't have time. No, I don't know how to do this. No, I don't have the right personality. I'm sorry, I don't have the right personality. You can have the personality of this brick wall here and become a wealth engineer because you're not selling. You're not selling. You will stop yourself from succeeding. Nothing at DuePoint will stop you. Those decisions you have to make. And once you've made those decisions, go and watch our YouTube channel. Look at the stories and testimonies of those that have come before you. Some earning a couple hundred Rand. We show them to you. Some earning a couple thousand Rand. Some earning tens of thousands of Rands a month. We show you them all. Go and look at the stories and understand that you can be one of these individuals. Only you're stopping yourself from doing it. Look, here's Patrick and Pumi a year ago. A year ago. See why I can't show you what they're on now? What are you going to do? What are you going to do with this business? Folks, that's DuePoint, top to bottom. Everything you need to know about making a decision today, I've told you. Everything else I tell you is just extra now. If you want to become a wealth engineer, it's easy. You go to our website, DuePoint.net, click the apply button, fill out the form, and you are a wealth engineer, no money having passed from your hands. And you can start this afternoon building your channel no matter where you are in the country. If you're serious, get the tools. The tools don't make us any money, but they are going to make you money. Can't connect people? Because you don't have data, get the USB stick. It's 170 Rand. Now data's not a problem. Get the business cards if you feel you struggle to connect with people. Business cards will help you do that. And folks, get the backup battery if your phone keeps dying. Everything is done on your phone. This is your DuePoint business right here. If your battery keeps dying, you need a backup battery. Get it today. It's all out there. We've got a whole pile of other tools that you can use to help accelerate the growth of your channel. Get them today. And order them, guys, at info@DuePoint.net. Don't believe you can't have them because you're not here. We'll deliver them to you. Order them at info.net and call our client service team if you want prices and assistance. Folks, we are live on Facebook. Half of the content we produce every day is on Facebook. If you are not on Facebook with us, then you're missing out on half our content. What we've done today as well, and from today forward, is we are putting up the audio file of our videos. So if you're really stressing about data, you don't have to watch the video. Just go to Facebook and click the audio file. You'll see it has a little thumbnail picture today. It's a guy catching like butterflies with his net. Just click on the audio file and watch the audio file, or listen to the audio file. It's only I think today it's 1 meg big. So it's like 1 or 2 megs big. You can get the whole video's audio in 1 meg. So go and watch it. And guys, don't watch for 10 seconds. I don't even understand that. Why would you watch a video for 10 seconds? It doesn't get you. Yeah, no, watch the video. 10 seconds of 3 minutes. Like, that makes no sense. Watch it the whole way through at 1 meg. It's not taking any of your data. Watch it through. If you've got the data, watch the videos. We put it up every day. If you're not on Facebook, you're losing out. Go make a fake Facebook profile. Lots of people are like, I don't want to be on Facebook. You don't have to be on Facebook. You go, you open up the profile, and you just go on the keyboard, and that's your new profile. You just make up any name you like, and then you can follow us. But we are putting up content that's important to you every single day of this week. Guys, remember, this week, right until Saturday, we can park inside the office park. So if you're worried about being cold and getting here and having to walk down the street in the cold, you don't have to. Come and park right inside this office park this week. Let's get this room full every day this week. We're also on YouTube. Subscribe and follow us there. It's free to follow us and free to subscribe on YouTube. It is all of our presentations. Go buy the data, guys. 300, 400, 500 Rand a month is what it's going to cost you. Rebudget, reprioritize, and connect with us. Everything you want is on YouTube. And then download our free app. Our free app is your tool for building your wealth here at DuePoint. DuePoint. You need it on your smartphone, on your tablet. It's got your personal documentation and details there. Your training, click tools, all your training is there. And of course, your actual channel. You can see what's going on in real time with that app. Make sure you've got it before you leave today with it. Saturday, 11:30, we've got a Teamworks meeting after our introduction presentation at 10. Retune in if you're out of town. We're going to be broadcasting it live. If you're in town, it's the perfect opportunity to take all your new wealth engineers from this week and all your guests from Saturday morning, put them back in this room at 11:30 for a 45-minute session with me. With me. This week. With me. Yes. Hey, my goodness. If it's only 3 rows here, I'm going to be very upset on Saturday. And if I don't have less than 1,000 links on YouTube, I'm going to be very upset. Around the country, gather your guys. Let's get serious about building wealth here. 11:30 on Saturday morning. We know that you may not necessarily have the confidence or the knowledge to do this business, so we teach you how to do it through our XP Rewards program. Our rewards program is our training program. We take you by the hand and we put you through the program and teach you how to create wealth. As you do that, as you complete steps in the program, you earn what we call XP points, experience points. They accumulate, they're not worth rands and cents, but they accumulate as you grow, and they create for you a level of maturity and experience in the business. As you become more experienced and naturally your channel starts growing and you meet the 2 criteria in our training program, we rank you up. And when we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. You can get it quickly if you put your mind to it. And then as you get a little bit more serious, well, then the cash starts getting a lot more serious. And then from about rank 5, we start to equip you with tools. At rank 5, you get a lightning memory stick imported from the United States of America. It's got all of our testimonies, tools, downloads, programs, introduction presentations, everything that you need on it, so that you can connect people to us anytime, anywhere, whether you've got data or not. Then at rank 7, we give you a 12,500 Rand set of imported business cards, custom made for you. It is gold gilded, gold printed, not ink, gold gilded. Look at it. It looks like gold ingots. They are the finest business cards in the country, and when you put them in people's hands, you connect them to DuePoint and you legitimize the task that you are doing with us. At rank 7, we give you that set. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us every year that you do for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses included. No, welcome, you've qualified, you just have to buy the air ticket. Well, congratulations, you've qualified. You've just got to pay the transfer to the airport. Well, congratulations, you've qualified. You've got to pay the airport taxes. None of that. All expenses paid. You come with us. And we go every year. We go every year. In fact, I was working with a guy yesterday. This year's is already booked. We know where we're going. I'll be there. I'll be there. Once again, every year. You choose what you want out of this business. And the only thing that's going to stop you, none of the excuses in your head are valid. The only thing that's going to stop you is you in building your channel with us. When you decide to go rank 9, when you believe you can go rank 9 in this business, and you lift your head away from the short-term goals, and you pick it up and you start looking at the future, then this is what your holidays start to look like. on cold days like this, I want to be in that beach right there. Huh? So the decision, yeah, that's right, book my ticket. I get a lot of people that say that, book my ticket, and I never see them again. I never see them again. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to get there, you can get there. Nothing's going to stop you. This is not a competition. I don't pick my 5 favorite people to come on the boat. No. Everybody that goes rank 9 gets there. And every year you accumulate channel size. You will eventually get to rank 9. If you don't make it this year, it doesn't matter. We're going next year, keep building. Maybe you make it next year. Maybe you miss next year. Then you keep going. And you make it the third year. We go every year. Keep building. Keep building with us and you will get there. Then folks, at rank 11 we give you another useful tool. It's your very own car. It's not branded, it's not financed, it's not rented from us, and we don't give it to you and then take it away if your performance drops off. It's your car. We want it to build freedom with you. But do you have the long-term view to get to rank 11? Or will you be done after 3 weeks with us? That's your question you've got to ask yourself. As part of our program, we run monthly wealth quests. Monthly wealth quests are different every month. They have different criteria, and everybody that completes them is rewarded with tools. Some months it's phones and tablets and smart TVs and travel tickets and cash and all sorts of things. It's different every month. Some are difficult, some are easy. None of them are very easy, but they're all designed to challenge you during the month to build wealth for yourself, to keep you moving, to change the way you see your channel, how you behave. All of these things are built into the training of our wealth quest. Now, unfortunately, many people join DuePoint just for the wealth quest. Just for the, oh, I need that TV this month, so I'll join, I'm going to go over there. And then when they don't get the TV, they quit. Those are short-term, fleeting. When I sell the pot, I get 450 Rand rewards. That's not what we do here at DuePoint. Our wealth quests are just stepping stones. They're there to keep you getting ahead at that longer-term view. You cannot look at our wealth quest and go, this month I'm building because I like the wealth quest, next month I'm not because I don't. Every month we've got to be building our wealth here at DuePoint. This month is a challenging wealth quest, but it's a belief wealth quest. This month says, can you get everybody in your channel to believe in wealth creation and in what we are trying to achieve at DuePoint? If they don't believe, they're not going to pay. And so we have this thing called BPQ. It's your business performance quotient. We say, how many people have paid in your channel? And then it gives you a percentage. This month you've got to get 100% BPQ on your first and second points. That's people you introduced and people they introduced. That's all. Just those 2 points. If you can get the people you introduced and the people they introduced to believe in what we're doing here, they'll pay. And if you can do that and put 2 new people in that are qualified this month, you can get either a brand new iPhone, not some Fonkongy, Vodafone, a proper Apple iPhone, or a proper Apple iPad. Okay, you know, go to the shop and find out how expensive they are today. How much do you think an iPad is these days? Right? 14,000, 15,000 Rand. You can get one. Is it going to be easy? No. You've got to work, and you've got to work now. We're 6 days in already. You've only got until the end of this month. We've got to get cracking now to do this. Otherwise, you can pick 5,000 Rand in cash as well. So you've got all of these options. You can pick one of those options. But you've got to build belief into your channel wherever you are today. This is not short-term, it's long-term. Get people to believe in what we're doing. And don't do DuePoint for the wealth quest, because next month it'll be different. There's a different one every month. No point in doing DuePoint for wealth quests. Do it for long-term wealth. So folks, I think you can see we're rather serious about what we do here. We've put a lot of money and time and energy and people into this business to become part of the economic solution in South Africa. I've said it before, and government and economists are proving me right every day. No one is coming to our rescue. Having looked at the economic reports on South Africa yesterday, holy sherbet, no one is coming to our rescue. We have to rescue ourselves. We have to rescue ourselves. And it has got to start here today. If you've got questions and concerns, get them answered. Get them answered. Come and we'll give you the answers. We know what they are. We've worked through them before ourselves. But don't walk out of here today without having picked up this tool. Pick it up, get out there, and start making some change. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in today.